Hello everyone. Today we'll be back in new teachings. We'll be in segment 3, part 1. Who are you? Is there anyone alive who has never asked, "Who am I?" No. All of mankind asks, "Who am I?" And many remark, "Why is that question never answered for me?" My entire life is lived in this constant quarry which whispers deep inside me. In some submerged identity, seeking to surface, but somehow beyond my ability to hear or grasp. Who am I? You repeat. Who am I? What is this thing called life all about? What am I doing here anyway? Is it just some cosmic joke? A meaningless excursion of a few years' duration, in which I may do exactly what I want? Or is there truly a purpose I can know and accept, which gives meaning to all of life? Something I can know is accurate. So your questions are the questions of all the human beings. These who am I, why am I, where am I, what is life all about questions must be answered by giving some structure in which this experience called life can be held. Otherwise, you feel lost and abandoned, without hope and security. For what does humanity need more than anything in this present time but peace and the security of a future without war? The certainty that life goes on no matter what happens. Because I'm your world teacher, I will attempt to give you enough cosmological information to place all of these questions into a believable context for the average technologically oriented mind to grasp. Surely you recognize it could not be told 2,000 years ago, because humanity was ignorant, not ready. Now I find it to be useful to you as your world teacher, along with so many others who draw near these earth days to assist mankind. I will stretch your imagination and get you to see a wider creation than what your little minds presently comprehend. For when I appeared on earth as that one called Jesus, humanity was totally ignorant of mechanical things. It had no communication devices as you do today that could spread an understanding of what life is really all about. Humanity then was ignorant, beyond description, and well known as the dark planet of your solar system and your universe. Little light existed, and there was nothing of the mental understanding I could use to explain the workings of God's 12 universes. And so my examples and illustrations were all given simply to open the human heart to God, to love, and to the necessity for peace above all, which is the highest form of love. Is it not? What could I say to a simple person about the workings of not one but 12 universes, or about 12 living planets and their life forms, each as separate aspect of God's purpose in the solar system? And so I chose examples that would remain in the subconscious mind to be understood later. And I chose 12 disciples to represent the characteristics of God, which humanity must learn and balance. There is always symbology in the race consciousness as it moves into higher levels of growth. Humanity is limited now, but it once used this earth as a mighty and glorious residence of immense beauty and love. Now see it as we see it, a place of darkness of the spirit, a place of war and hatred, a place where humanity has allowed its own fears to be expressed through military and governmental leaders who take fear, ignorance, and evil out to hurt you and your own living Mother Earth. And then into space where you endanger other beings who you cannot see, but who also have life and eternal relationship to the great oneness of all creation. You were babies indeed, and I could only hint 2,000 years ago to that Morris of the unawakened about your former greatness and spiritual evolution, out from and back to the Creator. I could speak only to you as the adult member of its family speaks to a cooing infant. Now that you are beginning to crawl, however, I have a reverse problem, for now you have crawled into the scientific and technological arena, without the proper love nature required before it is safe to explore such information. Your mechanization has outdistanced your soul. You're like an armed bomb ready to detonate by the next great negative thought. Oh, you're probably saying, I am not like that. I pay my taxes and go to work every day and tie to the church and do good deeds. No, I am not responsible for the events of earth or even of the government of this place where I live. Truly do you deceive yourself? For if love and goodness prevailed, how then are your world events the way they are? And why have you sent so much evil out into space? Now I am called upon by many other planetary officials of your own solar system, and a variety of other beings having residence in your Milky Way galaxy, to tell you to seize this flagrant abuse of space. Space is protected by galactic law. Please hear that I am not trying to paralyze you with guilt. For the limitation it brings emotionally does not assist you in making forward progress. But I share these facts that you may immediately implement an upgrading of your own behavior and share your concern and outspoken commitment. And I'd like to make a point to look at the 18 laws of God and the 7 deadly sins, or I think it's at least 12. Upgrading your own behavior and share your concern and outspoken commitment. This is the time to be peace, but also the time to share it. For only by the sharing and multiplication of energy into a beautiful thought will a negative band of blackness in Mother Earth's emotional body be cleansed. You have soiled your dwelling place and must reverse that action. For she, like you, has physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual energy layers, and is a massive reflection of your input to her. Since you are a cell in her body, be sure your influence is one of deep love, respect, and appreciation for each unique, peaceful thing she nurtures upon her body, upon her surface. Whether you believe it or not, each planet is just as alive as you and is a great being of light and wisdom. You and your scientist must one day accept this truth, for it is your ignorance about life that allows the weaponry to be used beyond your borders, where Earth's subtle bodies, non-physical existence, are violated. Non-physical essence, are violated. No sane people would annoy, aggravate, or injure any part of their mother, the land of their own existence. But this is what you do. Where will you be without her for your sustenance? Beware you grasp these words, dear ones. Your lives depend on it. You must be the caretakers of the earth, the cooperative protectors of space. For this you were created. Now that I've come to share the truth, will you honor my willingness to ease your confusion by really listening? And this is where we'll end part 1.